Hi everyone, I am Srikanth. We are discussing programming in C language. The today's topic is about C tokens identifiers example. The agenda of this session is about identifiers example. We'll discuss here the one of the identifier is called variable, like valid identifiers and invalid identifiers with a programmatical example. Okay, so how to open a new file in a Dev C++ IDE. So I'm developing the application using Dev C++ IDE. So in the previous video session, I explained clearly about three different types of IDEs like Turbo C++ IDE, Dev C++ IDE, and code blocks. But at present, I am going to be developing C applications using Dev C++ IDE. So go to File menu and click on New File. Go to file menu, click on new source file. So this is the option. We are opening a new source file in Dev C++. So once we are opening the new source file, then start for saving the application. Go to file menu, click on save application. Okay, fine. So before I'm going to be starting one comment section, identifier example. Okay, so now I'm going to be saving the application. Go to file menu, click on save the application. Say I'm going to be saving the application in dev C++ directory like identifier example. We may save in any drive, valid drive in the computer. So in the identifier example, simply I'm naming example1 dot C language. Say I'm saving the application, one of the directory called identifier example with the name called example1.c. So click on save the application. See, once we are save the application, we can able to check it out. The name we can able to see here example1.c, the file name. Okay. So now start for writing. First we need to include header files. So preprocessor include is a keyword. stdio.h is a header file. So now we may start with the various different syntax with the main function, but I go with the default return type is called void, name of the function is called main. So I'm going to be start with the without a return type called void, name of the function is called main. Main is a function. Main is an entry point for what? C programming applications. Start for writing the code. First I try to declare one variable. Here I'm taking an example identifier with what? Variable example. So identifier may be any valid identifier, may be variable identifier, may be like arrays, functions, structures, unions, label, anything whatever in the code we are going to be identifying particular thing, then we may give any meaningful name. We go with what? Identifiers. Here I taken the example as a variable identifier, example as what? Variable type. I am going to be discussing in this session. Okay, see, here I try to declare one variable. What is the syntax of variable? Data type. The name of the data type I'm writing here integral type. Okay, what is the name of the type? I'm writing here integral type. int. Int is a keyword. Int data type represents we are going to be declaring integral type. We may store integral type of value into the main memory. So I'm going to be naming the variable called value. Okay, just give the semicolon. So this is called declaration and a definition of the C programming. Okay, so I'm not assigned any value here, just I declared name of the data type called integral type, name of the identifier is called value. Here identifier name is called variable. We may call it as variable. Variable is nothing but we are giving a name to the memory location. A variable is a data name that may be used to store a particular data value, but I'm not storing any value, just I declare the variable and type of name. Okay, int is a data type, name of the particular type is called value. Here I try to print that value. We'll see what happened. So I'm going to be using printf is a function. How to represent integral type in C language? We are using a format specifier called percentile D. Percentile D represents format specifier of integral type. So what are the various format specifiers? What are the various data types? We'll discuss in the next coming session. Just remember here, int is a data type. Int is a keyword. It stores integral values. To represent integral type, we must go with the format specifier in C language that represents percentile D, represents format specifier of integral data type, comma what is the output variable here? What is the name of the variable? Value. Value is the name of the variable. Save the application. Compile the application. What is the shortcut here? F9 is the shortcut. Okay. So we can compile the application. What is the shortcut? F9 is the shortcut. To compile and run, the shortcut is F11. Run the application, F10 is the shortcut. Okay. So from the next time onwards, I directly use what? Shortcuts. Okay. So now I'm compiling the application. The shortcut is F9. We can able to see the compilation results. The compilation results, there is no errors, there is no warnings. Okay, it going to be allocated the size and compilation time. Fine. See, once compilation is done successfully, now you can run the application. Shortcut is F10. See, by default value it going to be generate what? 0, right? See, we cannot predict this by default value of what? These local variables. But if you go with the high level, immediately it going to be throws error. Compile time errors, it going to be generated high level programming languages. Like if you go with the Java, .NET, PHP, without assigning a local variable values, you try to print that value, you may get what? Errors, compile time errors. But in case of C language, it won't throw any compile time error. It going to be generate one garbage value. At present, it going to be returns what? 0. Okay. So now I try to assign some value to this variable. Int value is equals to 10. Okay. So we may give any meaningful any value here. At present, I given some value called 10. Okay. So now any changes made in the program, you must recompile it and rerun the application. Okay. So now what is the value here? We got the value is output is called 10. It's going to be printing the 10 is the output. Okay. Can you able to see here? The value is going to be 10. So I want to get meaningful message here. I'm printing value is equals to. So this is the output message. Value is equals to is the output message. Value is the variable. Value is the variable. Okay, we can give integral value is equals to, like int value is equals to or integral value. So you can give any meaningful name. Okay, integer. Int value is equals to, I'm writing. So now recompile the application, rerun the application. So we may get the output is what? Int value is equals to 10. So in this manner we can print what? Output message also. Along with the output value we can also print output message. Fine, it is a valid identifier. We can call it is what? It's a valid identifier. Fine. So next, I try to declare another variable. So observe, after printing, the value, I try to declare another variable called value2. Okay. See, I try to declare another variable value2. I'm assigning some value called 100. But you try to compile this application. Yeah, the compilation is done successfully. Now I try to print this value2. Int value2. See, instead of printing, I'm printing value2. Okay. So observe, I try to recompile the application. I try to rerun the application. The shortcut is F9 and F10. Observe. So we got the result int value is equals to 10, value2 is equals to 100. So in this manner, we can able to print declaring a one variable, defining, declaring, defining, initializing a variable along with the value. Okay, so I want to print the new line. So instead of printing side by side, the output messages are printing how it going to be printing? It's going to be printing side by side, right? Int value equals to 10, value 2 equals to 100. So I don't want to print it side by side. I want to print in the new line. Then we go with one escape sequence is called backward slash n. It represents what? Escape sequence. It's going to be printed the new line. The next printing value, the cursor is going to be moved to the new line. See, observe now. I try to compile the application. I try to run the application. See, the value2 is going to be printed in the new line or not? Yes. See, this is a manner we can declare a one variable, defining, initializing and printing the value. So this is called valid identifier. So I try to declare some more identifiers, like I start with the underscore a. You can give any name. Here I declare underscore. I start with the first letter as a underscore. It is a valid identifier or not? Just check it out. I am assigning some value 200. See here, what is the output variable? Just I'm writing like underscore a is equals to. Okay, I'm printing output variable is called underscore a. Fine. See, recompile the application and rerun the application. F9, F10 is the shortcut. So again it's going to be printing, it is also valid identifier, underscore equals to 200. So I want to print that in the new line we may give the backward slash n represents what? New line. We are printing a new line. Fine. Similarly, I go with the next valid identifier int underscore a underscore. I'm going to be giving another variable name int underscore a underscore. I'm assigning some value called 300. Just observe, underscore a underscore is equals to output message, underscore a underscore is equals to output variable is what? Underscore a underscore. Okay, just compile the application, save the application, compile the application and run the application. So it is also valid identifier. C supports underscore a. We may start with underscore, and underscore a underscore is also what? Valid identifier. Observe here, I written underscore a. It treats the memory is one type of variable. Underscore a underscore it treats another type of variable. Okay. Next, I try to give another variable, another very valid variable. Observe. So I'm going to be giving dollar symbol, also I'm using dollar total. Okay, so assume I'm using $1,000 like that. Okay, dollar total equals to 1,000. So I'm going to be printing this dollar total value. I'm using a symbol called dollar. See, the first letter according to the rule of identifiers and variables, it must be either character like alphabets or underscore. But it also supports what? Another symbol called dollar symbol also supports. But other than this, it won't support remaining all the other symbols. So I try to print next, compile the application, save the application, compile the application, run the application. See, we got it right. See, the output we got dollar total equals to 1,000. See, these are all called valid identifiers. These are all valid identifiers example. See, so many valid identifiers are there. These are all the very frequently we are using in the programming. Okay, so I go with the next example, another valid identifier. Observe here. So just copy, control C, control V, you may type it. Okay, so I can give another variable called small b. Okay, some value called 50. Assume small b 50. I'm printing here b value is equals to b value. This is the output message. B value is equals to, what is the output variable? This output variable, what I declared the variable, both should be same. Okay, see, b, here I am going to be printing the output variable. The format specifier is what? Percentile t, because I am using integral data type. Okay, so observe, I try to recompile the application, rerun the application. We got b value is equals to 50. We got b value equals to 50. Here I try to declare the same variable. I try to declare the same variable, but I use capital letter b as a capital letter. B is equals to 500. I'm writing. See, B is the same letter, but here I'm going to be writing in a lowercase format. Another B is what? Capital letter format. It reads both are different. The compiler understands both are different. It's going to allocate different memory locations for small b and capital B. See, further sake I told identifiers are what? Case sensitive. These variables are what? Case sensitive. See, observe, I try to print here capital B value. Okay, what is the output variable name? B, capital B. See, both are different here, small b and capital B, both are different. Okay, see, compile the application. It's successfully compiled. Run the application. It's going to be print small b value equals to 50, capital B value is equals to 500. So it means the C language is what? Case sensitive language. These identifiers treated as small case is different and capital is going to be different. Okay, so these are all valid identifiers. So we can also write another variable called like C underscore 1 or C1 or total 1 or sum 1. like that. I'm going to be writing one variable called sum1. So previously we wrote, right, value1, value2, like that. Means the alphabet, like alphabets are characters followed with number is a valid thing. Okay, like that. Sum_1, it is also valid variable or identifier in a C programming language. Okay, so I'm going to be printing the sum1 value is equals to, what's the variable name? Sum_1 is a variable name. So now we try to compile the application, run the application. So we got it. The result sum_1 value equals to 50. See, these are all valid identifiers. See, while constructing or declaring, defining, initializing a variables, the variable name must be start with first letter as what? Alphabet, and also it supports underscore, dollar symbol, and letters followed with what? Numbers. Underscore is also valid identifiers in a C programming language. We'll discuss some cases like invalid identifiers. See, these are all called valid identifiers. See, I tried to write in the comment. See, what we discussed, these are all valid identifiers. Okay, so in case of invalid identifiers, we'll discuss now. So try to write some invalid identifiers, like invalid identifiers. So I go with some cases of what invalid identifiers. We'll discuss one by one. Okay, fine. Here I try to declare invalid identifier like int. Suppose I return the variable is called 2 subtraction I return. So this variable is going to be valid or invalid. It is an invalid identifier. Why? Because the first letter starts with a digit, but according to the rule of identifiers and variables, first letter must be character or underscore. But see, suppose dollar as a first character also, but digit, if you start with the first character as a digit, immediately it's going to be throw compile time errors. So I try to compile this application, we got error is called compile time error. What is the error name? It is clearly telling that invalid suffix sub on integral constants or integer constant, integer, right? See, error is what? Invalid suffix sub on integer constants. See, this is a compile time error. Compiler is going to be throw this compile time error because it is an invalid identifier. According to the rule of C programming, these identifiers and variables must be start with first letter must be what? Characters like alphabets or underscore, or sometimes it also supports what? Dollar. But if we start with the digit, we may get what? Compile time errors. It is an invalid identifier example. Okay, the second case I try to explain in the invalid identifiers. Suppose I declared keyword as an identifier, like char is a keyword, right? So I declare int is a keyword, char is also keyword. Say I return char as an identifier. Here you can use any keyword as an identifier. Again we may get what? An error. Okay, compile timer, it is clearly throwing an error. Two or more data types in what? Declaration specifiers. See, compiler understood. Here we declared two different data types. See, two or more data types in what? Declaration specifiers. At the time declaration we declare two or more data types at a time. It's going to be getting and showing the error. See, we cannot declare keyword as an identifier. Okay, that is also an invalid identifier, an example. Okay, suppose I try to declare like int, I'm going to be declaring some value like that, 10 plus 20. Okay, just check it out whether it is a valid or invalid identifier. It again throws an error. Expected identifier or before a numeric constants, it is also invalid identifier. We cannot use digits as a variable name. The first letter cannot start with a digit. Okay, suppose I declare like int m plus n. Okay, see, observe whether it is a valid or invalid. Okay, so observe I declared m plus n as an identifier name. It's going to be throw compile time error, like underscore attribute underscore before plus a token, like n undeclared first use in the function. It is clearly telling that before performing logical operation we must declare it, but I directly declare logical operation as an identifier or variables. So here variable is become like a identifier, right? So m plus n like a identifier I declared, but it going to be throws. Compiler is responsible to throw. These type of errors are called compile time errors. Here we got compile time error. It is an invalid identifiers. Suppose I declared white space like int m space n I declared. See, we cannot declare variables with white spaces. See, observe again. I try to compile this application. We may got another error like same error like n undeclared, m undeclared. Each undeclared identifier is reported only once for each function it appears in. We got and a compile time error. See, these are all called invalid identifiers. See, while constructing a C applications, these identifiers takes a vital role. So identifiers may be variables, data like variables or in a program, or functions, arrays, structures, unions, labels. These are all identifiers we are using in a programming. But according to this example, I am going to be discussing variable. Here variable as an identifier. See, because we discussed previous topic is about variables. See, here I given in detail explanation with example. See, if you are given invalid identifiers, the compiler is responsible to generate compile time errors. So these are all valid identifiers. Here I take an example is what? Variable. Variable is a identifier. See, this is a syntax for declaring the variable. Data type, variable name is equals to value. These are all valid identifiers in C programming. C is a case sensitive. Even I declared small b, but if I declared capital B, it treats like both are different variables. Like small b is different, capital B is different. It's a case sensitive language. C is a case sensitive programming language. So that's it for today's session. We discussed an example in detail about identifier example. The example type is called variable. Variable is an identifier. Okay, so what is an identifier? Identifier refers to the names of variables, functions and arrays. Identifiers names must be what? Unique. Suppose I given duplication identifier name. See, observe another one example I try to give. Already b is declared, right? Suppose I declare another variable called int b. See, b is already declared. Again I try to declare, we may got compile time error. What it is? Redeclaration of B with a no linkage. Previous definition of B was there. It is clearly telling that. So already I defined, I provided a definition of what? B variable. Declaration, definition, initialization is done for the B variable. Again I try to redeclare that B variable. Declaring and defining it going to be throws what? Compile time error. Duplication, like duplications variables are not supported in C programming. Okay, so this is about identifiers in a C programming language. Also given I explained about what? Variable. Variable is a data name that may be used to store a data value. Like variable is nothing but what? Name of the memory location. So the rules for the variables we discussed, as we discussed, variable name can consist of capital letters represented capital A to Z, lowercase letters small a to Z, and digits like 0 to 9 followed with a 0 to 9. And also suppose what? Underscore characters, like special characters, like if you are using like special characters it won't support. Suppose I declare another variable, another special symbol like int. Okay, I'm going to be using like question mark. Okay, like n variable. Again, it's going to be throws an invalid identifier because expected identifier are before token. So other than these three symbols, especially first letter as a first letter as a characters or alphabets. Other than that, underscore or dollar symbol. Other than these three, if you try to give any other symbols, special symbols or any other symbols, immediately compiler is responsible to throw what? Compile time errors. These are all invalid identifiers. These are all valid identifiers. Okay, so that's it for today's session. We discussed in detail about identifier example, including what? Valid identifiers cases and invalid identifier cases. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you all.